was business related, and I do still have it.
It's WWE champion time.
Go, 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 go.
It's the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
It's been tough. I always think that it's my fault.
Drinking gin.
Yep, I'm toxic. I love Hulk Hogan's dick. My ass is so fucking stretched.
Oh, no, you didn't, you motherfucking piece of shit cocksucker. Mark my fucking words. I'm coming for you. For now?
Go, 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 go.
It's the money, stupid fuck.
I love it.
Go, 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 go.
By eBay.
Hell!
Hateful slurs. Lame brain pieces of dumb fucking hateful slurs.
Why am I toxic? I love it. Hey, Mr. Burnell, you there? I am present.
Right, I understand. He's claiming that he's got $5,000 a month in expenses and only $5,000 a month in income, and net's about $35.
It's Tevin's fault.
Strange coincidence. It's actually repeating the same song, even though it's technically not the same video. It went from the very first song, which is Little Piggy Allout, to the EP video, and it's like, it starts off with that song as well. So, yeah. Hope you guys are all doing well. I'm actually going to skip this song just because we just heard it, literally. But I'm going to stick to the same video.
Tevin's fault.
Yeah, it's been tough. I'll do it.
The topic I want to discuss is depression. Depression is not a joke. It's not something to be joked about with. You are not alone. You are not a horrible person because you have this. It's not your fault. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE champions time.
It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough. Over the last decade. It has. It's been tough. It's been tough.
Phil's a beggar, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser.
It's been tough.
Phil's a faggot, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
It's been tough.
Phil's a beggar, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser.
It's been tough.
Phil's a faggot, Phil's fat, Phil's a loser. Phil's a beggar.
Super Meat Boy is in the stream chat, whining and complaining, saying that I never talk to anyone unless they tip me or they send me money, which is completely false. All he's been doing is sitting there all night complaining that he's depressed and no one cares. And everyone's basically ignoring him because you're like, dude, we just don't care. You know, you come in and the first thing you say is you're depressed. And what are we supposed to say to that? Now he expects that I'm going to derail the whole stream to talk to him live. So let's do it. Super Meat Boy, how you doing? You're really depressed tonight, huh? You're really depressed.
My stream is my place of business.
The company's name is Burnell Productions. It is internet content creation of on-demand and also live video streaming services.
Big up to your dad. I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Strapped for cash.
You better take a sip.
Please pay my bills. I'm nervous. Strapped for cash.
Get a real fucking job.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. They fucked me again, left and right, and my ass is so fucking stretched out at this point. It's time to push back. It's time to push back.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Please tip me.
I'm the one who operated a successful YouTube channel.
Because I have bills coming up. I've never ever used a hateful slur. Ever. And that pisses me off.
I want to watch some faggot. Some homo.
Fiddle's a nigger.
You better take a sip.
The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain. Just the rain has lots of mess and wheat. The rain is very heavy. Heavy is the rain.
I'm a mature adult with a business degree.
Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little piggy, why you? Big, 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 big. All I see you do is big, 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 big. Little piggy, why you?
I'll be the guy on level 1. I have streamed myself.
Oh, this is the vibed mix. I don't know why, but the vibed mix from Meerkat's playlist, it's me kind of weird. It's weird how it's all like kind of. It's not just slowed down. Obviously, it's just too easy to say I slowed it down, whatever. But it's kind of. It just feels weird. It's like, you know, it's like hearing like one of your favourite songs, but when some of the notes are wrong in that favourite song, so it just gives you that kind of jarring effect. You know what I'm saying? It's very weird to me. It just feels, it's kind of, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. I think I was skipping the Vibe playlist and just going to the next one. But before we do any more Meerkat music, how about we try and get some bingo sorted, guys? Cobain, I'm not going to go near that one whatsoever about Mutahar. I don't no idea what that is, and that's just a whole world of trouble. I might be invited if I even try and repeat that. I have no idea what that term is. I've never heard of it. I don't know if I follow Mutahar. I've seen them mentioned a couple of times, but I generally have no idea who the hell they are. Are they a content creator? Or are they some kind of? I have no idea actually. Prophet saying I need a new PC. No. Oh, a virtual nagger. I guess a lot of people on the internet are that. It's essentially people that moan a lot online. Or are opinionated online. Alexandra says, I don't know if it's on your list. You should add hate to say it. Hate to say it. I'll tell you what, Alexandros, how about I go to Go right now and examine that, okay? That seems like a fair one. So let me type in hate to say it. So hate to say it. Type in podcast or video title search, because that means I'll just search only the podcasts that I upload. Agent Proper, how you doing, pal? Hope you're doing well, Agent Proper. Guy with two names as well. Everyone is in here. Cobain, Prophet, Alexandros, DJ Runo. I was going to try and do a Shinko then and go through the whole list. How does he do it, man? Does he just open up participants and just go through the whole name? Because I've got Agent Proper, Alexandros, Brian Gurbielt. I don't know how you say your name, man. It's a very fancy French sounding surname. Brian, guy with two names. IP2 always wins. We've got DJ Runo 1. Cobain, Prophet, VLX, 11387. That's the guys on my participants list so far that I see. Hope you're all doing well, guys. If there's more of you on the list, I'm sorry, but you didn't appear on my list for some reason. Even when I clicked on participants, and that's what it showed me. Right, going back to Alexandro's question, says, hate to say it. He said it on the 7th, the 6th. He said it twice so far in August. And he said it, he does say it a good few times, to be fair. He doesn't say it every day. It's not one of those kind of guaranteed things to happen. So actually, let me just quickly make sure it's not on the list, because I've got fucking almost 100 things on this list. Hate. Hateful slurs. Oh, but we actually do have hate to say. Alexandros, it's right there. So we don't have hate to say it, but we do have hate to say, so it is actually part of the list after all. If I'd paid more closer attention to my own bloody list, I would have known it's there. There you go. So as I said, there's almost 100 things on this bloody list, so it's very easy for things to get lost in the sea of DSP words and phrases and all that. You know, it's fucking mental how big this list is. Right, guys, are we ready to pick a brand new bingo card? DJ Renault says, can I get awkward laugh? Well, we've got laughing anyway. It can be awkward or anything, but we've got a kind of strange... He does some kind of strange mocking laugh, he does some actual laugh, but we do have him actually laughing as part of it. I'm pretty sure... Where is it? Have I added it recently? Maybe it didn't, but I'm sure I've got laughing in here, like something that laughs is one of the ones in here. MRC Midnight, Kirby Souls, how you're all doing? Shao Huli as well. Right, guys, there's no point in picking a number. We've not picked a thing yet, Kirby Souls, or you're getting way ahead of yourselves. Can I get name shaming on the card? What would name shaming entail? Do you mean him just mocking a certain person? Because that could come under toxic slurs or whatever, or just hateful slurs. Awkward laugh should be goat laugh. Him going ack. Right, hang on, let's just go through it. So, laugh. Let's help if I could spell type laugh properly. Cannot find laugh. I could have sworn I had like him laughing on here. It really should be part of the list here, because I'm sure I've put it on before. I'm sure I've ticked it before for a fucking bingo. Don't know where it's gone, but... Laughs. There you go. It could be an awkward laugh, it could be a goat laugh, it could be any kind of laugh. If he laughs, it's on the fucking list. It really should have been on there before. I must have saved over it. Is there a leg slap? You can bet your ass there's a fucking leg slap. I guarantee there is a leg slap. Where is leg slap on here? I know it's on here. It's one of my favourite ones actually. That's a good one to happen. It's almost a guarantee. The leg slap. More like the beg slap. There we go. So, right. Name dropping others like Wings and LTG. That could come under YouTuber jealousy. We do have something for YouTuber jealousy. Whenever he talks about any of our YouTubers, that is something I consider him to be jealous about for other people, essentially. So, I think that could come under YouTuber jealousy. If it's still here, that is. I think it's still here. Is it still here? Yeah, it's here. YouTuber jealousy. So, whenever he talks about any of our content creators, essentially, it would come under this thing right here, I believe. I think that's quite fair. So. Okay. Right. Okay, right, so we need to pick something for today's card. Is Thumb to the Door referencing Cat there? No, but I don't think he's actually done that for a while, no yet. Just want to be more inclusive like Justin Wong and Neil Druckmann. Those guys are being coded. In my opinion, they appear on YouTube. Neil Druckmann, Druckmann, okay, Him, I have to say, if I address as Neil Druckmann, laugh is on there twice. Oh, do I actually have it on here then? Let me go through it. Blah blah blah. Tips, yeah, shot clear and honest, idea defense mode, blah blah blah. Nobody, no one, behind the scenes, drama, hateful sorrows, touches face, on demand engagement. You guys, Friday, check, like we said. Blah blah blah. As what it is, reality meaningful, you know what I mean? Arm feel good to membership, react. Why do just 2 seconds, guys, bear with me. Dead, voice connected, I hate to say, blah 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 blah. Life, laughs, it is actually on here. Why did it not fucking find it before? Okay, it was actually on here before. Okay, it's a good spot. Thank you very much. Oh, I see what you mean now. Somebody, IP2 always wins says 5th up on left is laugh, and I was reading it from the top. He meant 5th up from the bottom, which makes perfect sense now to me. You said 5th up, and I'm like starting from the fucking top, going down the way. It's like, no, it's no, that's like fucking. But I can see exactly what you mean now. Is mentally ill on there? Never mind, is it on there? When's the last time we actually used mentally ill? Let me go back to Big Go very quickly, guys, and search. Also, is Phil... Oh, Phil's awake. Yep, Phil is awake and alive and running his mouth as usual. He's talking about some sort of membership sale on YouTube on certain regions. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. Do you still get the same amount of money from the memberships? Phil says, I don't see why I wouldn't. Either way, who cares, right? Support is support. And he goes, all Phil gets his money. That's the main thing. Travis Tritt is in Phil's chat, and he just said $110.09. He might get leaned immediately. I like how only Kawaii Coffee can actually tell straight away. Let me just show you actually. Let me just show you the thing. There you go. You can see Phil's chat for yourself. Trolls already here because somebody typed in $110.09. There we go. This is Phil's chat. Never mind this thing at the top here. This is just something random that just appears at the very top. Don't mind the words at the top of the screen. You know, it's just something. You don't have to pay attention to that. That's not important. Travis Tritt, that meme is ancient. Get a new one. Lol. There we go. Phil's dealing with the detractors and all the trolls and all that garbage. Right, let's focus on the bingo. Drinks, water, something. Your drinks is on the thing already. Him taking a drink is on there. Or even mentioning drinks. He did say something yesterday about someone was bipolar. Yeah, Rich. He said that about Rich. He called Rich, Review USA, bipolar. So that was something. Yeah, what was I going to do? Oh yeah, I was going to look up mentally ill on here, wasn't I? Mentally ill. Oh, we should use the word podcast. Although even without using the word podcasts, it doesn't seem to happen a massive amount of times. He mentions the bingo specifically for the podcast, and he's only said it once in years, and that was in July. He used the term mentally ill in July. And he's the last time I said it in a podcast. I don't know why I said podcast, very strange. Fucking went all English there. Podcast. Last time I said it on any sort of podcast, it seems, was in 2017. So I don't know. It's one of those things. What about doing a fake tough guy routine? The thing is, he doesn't actually do that much either. Well, keep in mind, I put in the words, I put it in podcast. We'll do it again. We'll search mentally ill again, right? Mentally ill for no video titles, and we'll just see. We don't have his React thing. Keep in mind, the bingo's only for the podcast, right? For the show to start, or the getting stream. It's not for the whole DSP stream. It's not for his React events. It's not for all that nonsense. It's not for his gameplay streams. Specifically, it's just for the podcast. So I don't think he talks about it much. MRC Midnight, the YouTube search bar. No, you don't have to worry about the YouTube search bar. Just because it says, oh, Phil's live apparently. Shut up. Stupid ass Phil with stupid ass music. There we go. I don't worry about the search bar on YouTube though, you know, just because it says DSP Gaming scared to admit he still plays WWE Champions, lol, bitch boy, just because it says that, you don't have to pay attention to that whatsoever, you know, never mind that, you know, you don't have to. That's just white noise in the background. It's okay. But yeah, Phil talks about mental ill. He's mentioned it 3 times this year apparently. Once in a gameplay stream, once in a React thing, and also once in July about, I guess, talking about trolls. So mental ill should not really be included in the bingo card in my opinion. It doesn't really mention it much at all these days, especially during the podcasts. And even without the podcast, it doesn't seem to mention it much, at least not these days. In the past, definitely. Look at how many times he mentioned it in 2020. Look at how many times. But he certainly seems to have phased now out. Hello, Michael Feeds, how you doing? Right, guys, let's pick a bingo card. Somebody give me a DSP word, or phrase, or action, or whatever, from this big exhaustive list that I'm going to put in front of you. This one right here. So guys, pick something from here. Whatever you guys think. Ricky Hakuru RTU is not on the bingo card, and you want to add it just for the stream. I guess it could be something. Guys, what do you think, guys? Do you think Phil's going to mention Review Tech USA even though he said he was done with it? General consensus here. Do people think he's going to mention Review Tech USA even though he claimed to have been finished dealing with it and all that nonsense? Someone else will bring it up. Of course he fucking is. Eventually, yes. Not RTU, no. Probably he will. It's quite kind of. A few people think yes, and a few people think no. I tell you what, I've got an idea. Instead of, I've got an idea for something. Right, let me. Yeah. Right. Highly likely Phil's a contrarian, says Rio Shinden. Okay, it could be a shout, yeah. Right, guys, for the bingo, right, I've got an idea. I've got a wee suggestion. Instead of just trying to pick somebody random in chat. Oh, that didn't work out the way I thought it would. Can I sort this? No, I can't. Ah, balls. I was going to use some kind of random thing to pick it, but it's gone all weird. Ah, feck off. Can't be arsed to try and get that sorted myself. Damn thing doesn't work the way I wanted it to. Screw it. Right, the next suggestion I see in chat for the bingo card is what I'll pick. Right, the very next suggestion from this very point on, from the list you see in front of you, that is what I'm going to use. T-pose. IP2 always wins was the first one I've seen since I said that. I said T-pose. I know there's a lot of suggestions before and all. I couldn't really think of a good way to pick. I just thought random. Okay, screw it. I'll just from this point on. The Y/T-pose will be what we pick for the bingo card. Fantastic. So let's go back to the thing so you can see me generate it. Okay, so the Y/T-pose. Now we're going to get a number between 1 and, see, type in pose, 212. Need a number between 1 and 212. 48. Kirby Souls, you had that prepared earlier on, but I'll give it to you. Kirby Souls said 48 even before I was asking for words, you know, so, but the first number I saw in chat was 48, and Kirby Souls is determined to make sure we pick the 48 bingo card today. For all we know, it could be an omen, who knows. So we'll pick the 48th bingo card. Congratulations, Kirby Souls. You are ahead of the curve. So the 48th bingo card is the 49th result in the list. Just the way this works on the site. So, the bingo card is on the left hand side. This is how it looks. Any scat talk, chill, Y/T pose, tips, and unique. Dead air, what I mean by that is, that being said, him just talking about drama in general, and him putting his finger in his mouth randomly. It could be him picking his teeth, it could be him chewing his nails, or whatever. Then you got something style, reality, snort, members, and food talk. Then you got the dumb close-up, which I think really hurts us these days, to be honest. He doesn't do the dumb close-up as often as he used to, so I might, if it doesn't happen today, I think I'm going to remove the dumb close-up, because I think that's hurt us a few times. That's just my take on it. So that, closet, wrong, there you go, and hateful slurs. Finally got meaningful, weird noise, chair creak, it is what it is, and a thumbs up. Lord Snark Grumpkin Slayer, we do have crossing arms on the big full list, but it's called Siege Mode, and we basically borrowed that from Piece of Peace. It was suggested by somebody as Piece of Peace calls it Siege Mode, where he crosses his arms and talks to his chat. Ben Johnson says he's sweating big time in Dundee. What about you? Yeah, my fucking bollocks are sweaty as hell, man. I feel like I'm on holiday again. Right now it's 23 degrees here. It's almost 7 PM at night, and where I am in Scotland, and it's quite hot. It's quite warm here. Yeah, so Scotland's experiencing some nice fucking weather, I'll tell you that. And it's nice, but it's weird, you know. It's just bizarre to experience it. 23 degrees in Edinburgh as well, apparently, for Shalhully. But yeah, it's a very warm day today. For I think a lot of people are experiencing nice weather today, which is, it's always nice, you know. It's better than fucking, you know, thunderstorms and all that shit and pissing rain and all that, whatever. So yeah, it's taps off weather. Yeah, guns out, taps off weather. Exactly. Right, let me save this bingo card very quickly, guys, and then I'll set up the stream properly and enjoy some more Meerkat music while we wait for Phil to go properly live. We don't have Leaning Ban, do we? I don't think we have Leaning Ban. Nah, we don't have to worry about Phil's chat today. We do not have Leaning Ban on the list, so that shit can just, like I said, we don't have to worry about Phil's nonsensical chat. Noah Jet says there's an extreme drought where you are. Yeah, I've heard there's actually drought's a pretty severe thing for people, apparently, for like, what was I heard? The Rhine in Germany, that big river. Is it Germany? The Rhine, yeah. it's almost dried up. And I think that's actually technically a power source as well. So that drying up. And also the UK was warned today there could be like energy shortages, even though the fucking UK are trying to charge people like £4,000 or £2,000 or £4,000 for energy bills. They're going to charge people that, and then they're going to say, that fucking there's no energy left, we're going to have power cuts, even though you fucking paid £4,000 or more than usual. Aye, fucking good one, British Gas or whatever. Do I mean the Rhine, DJ Dino? Yeah, that's what I said, DJ Dino 1, at least that's what I tried to say, the Rhine. Winter's going to be rough for the EU. I think it's going to be rough for a lot of people, but the UK and Europe especially, and yeah, it's going to be tough times, guys. This is what I'm saying, like, as I said, guys, you know, I'm always happy. Nah, I probably misspoke at DJ Dino, don't worry about it, man. It's going to be tough times coming up for a lot of people throughout the world, you know. There's a lot of political instability in a lot of places. America's obviously going through a lot of shit. The UK as well is going through a lot of shit. The EU is struggling to maintain relevant, you know, so Europe is going through a lot of shit. You've got fucking shit happening in Ukraine and Russia and all that nonsense and garbage, and it's just so much. And all of a sudden, I'm not as clued up on the events elsewhere in the world, like Asia and all that, and Africa, but obviously there's whisperings that the Chinese economy might be crashing in themselves. There's a lot of bad things happening in the world, so it's always good to make sure you guys are okay and make sure you protect yourselves and look after yourselves. And that kind of thought of thinking, that vein of thinking, while I do appreciate getting contributions, whatever, just make sure you guys look after yourselves first, you know. It's just a case of like this, you don't have to ever worry about like just, you know, supporting any particular content creators, you know what I mean? So just make sure you guys look after yourselves first and foremost and the people you care about when it comes to that stuff, because it's too easy just to kind of think, you know, things are going well for a while and it'll stay good for a while. Just make sure you guys are kind of prepared and looking after yourselves and your family first and foremost. Just it's a daffy, you know, rant of mine and all, but I just kind of wanted to just get it out there, man. Just make sure you guys look after number one and your loved ones first. Right, so with that said, let me get the bingo set up properly, and you guys can enjoy some Meerkat music. Is that right? Yeah, that's right, okay. Yeah, you guys can enjoy some Meerkat music, but not the vibe mix. The vibe mix is kind of weird, so I'm going to skip that shit.
Why do I say I'm not a
There we
children's
go.
entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer. Big ups to your dad.
I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in, then I'll put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana.
Yeah. Money. Oh, money. Yeah. Money.
Thank you, Prophet, for the super chat. There was no message attached to it. I don't know if it was just I don't know if that was just a super chat of a message, but thank you very much. I would read out the message if there was one there, but there was nothing there. Anyway, back to the music. Please banana. Thank you, Prophet. Sorry. What the fuck am I saying? Why the hell am I fucking confusing Prophet for proper? I do that all the fucking time in my head, and that's the first time it's actually fucking happened out loud, and I'm kind of embarrassed with that. I don't know why. It's probably just because Prophet and proper are kind of quite similar looking words, and I feel very stupid for admitting this publicly, but I'm very sorry. I just got that fucking confused in my fucking head. Yeah, sorry Prophet and Agent Proper. That's just completely me being a complete dumbass there. Thank you, Agent Proper, for the super chat. And obviously there's no message attached to it, I don't know why, but there you go. Thank you very much, guys.
In my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera.
I eat banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I eat banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in, then I'll put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana.
Yeah.
Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana.
Yeah.
tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes and then I put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control tonight.
But yeah, thank you, Prophet, for the super chat this time. But as I said, sorry again, Agent Proper and Prophet, both of you guys, I'm sorry for mixing up last time, man. I'm just mad dumbass. That's been a long day for me, but that's no excuse. You know, Agent Proper, I hope you didn't miss me earlier on. My dumbass confused you for Prophet because I just seen P and an R and an O, and I just thought, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you both of you guys for the support. I appreciate it. And yeah, I'll stop trying to embarrass myself now.
Floating in the stream chat, people who, oh, they pretend like they support me, they pretend like they're positive, and they're not. They're shitheads. They sit here and they sneak this and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up either detractor memes or literal drama shit every day. They do it on purpose so that they can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my streams, you know? And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating. I just want to have fun, man. I really just want to fucking have fun. That's it. That's all I want to do is have fun with you guys. Fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have no taxes, bills to pay, nice chill stream today. You're having a fun and interactive time with me and you're finding entertainment, positivity, and value in it, then the support should just come naturally, okay? I just want to have fun. Way more fun. I just want to have fun. Way more fun. Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money to pay 2 big bills next week. All my utilities are due next week. So now in the next few days, I have to raise money to pay my utilities. And then, you know, see what I mean? Like, this is how it is for me. Yet these shitheads out there want to fucking fuck with me behind the scenes, ruin all kinds of financial shit for me. Then on top of that, make stuff up to try to make me sound like a terrible person on the internet. To make money, I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay my taxes, pay my back taxes. I have to pay my mortgage, pay my internet bill. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Pay Ben taxes. I have to pay Ben bills, bitch. Day to day, tips to tips, to pay bills and things. Eventually things will get better, but I'm kind of stuck right now with how things are. That's why I'm trying to make money. I have to pay Ben bills. You know, I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to pay Ben taxes. Bills. I have to pay Ben bills. I have to. If you want to sit here and you want to pretend like you're holier than thou, I'm better than those content creators, man. Because I have a job where I work 9 to 5 and I bust my ass at my job and I earn a paycheck, man. And then I come home. See, I'm not on the internet begging for money all day, man. See, I'm better than them, man. No, You're not any better. Everyone's the same. No one's better than anybody else. Get your ass out there and fucking work, bitch.
You're right. You will take the ban. You're absolutely right. You will take the ban. You'll take the ban hard right in your fucking ass. Get the fuck out. You're supposed to be someone I trust, and you're gonna be a dickhead and go behind my back and hurt me and insult me. Get the fuck out. You'll take the ban real hard right up the finger.
I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. I'm just going to fuck you and your mother. That's right. This is the United States of Phil. I am the supreme being. I make the rules. What I say goes. This is my land.
A nice lean-in manual. Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban.
Ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Fuck the trolls. Bitch.
Now, just because I can, I'll issue a lean-in manual ban.
Ban.
Why am I toxic?
Ban. Gone. Bitch. Fuck you and your mother. Alrighty. Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Get out! Just kidding. Welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. I'm Darkside Phil. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of August, 2022. It is my final consecutive streaming day of the week. I'm excited to have a fun and chill day of variety with all of you today, and a day free of drama. I keep forgetting to change the battery. Anyway, yeah. Put all that crap behind us. Let's have a great day today without baloney. How does that sound? Any day we can have baloney-free days. Unless it's actually like real bologna. Like, real bologna can be pretty tasty on a sandwich. You ever had fried bologna? I've never had fried bologna. I've heard it's good. But I've never had it. But anyway, not real bologna, but bullshit. All right? The bullshit is over. It's time for fun. I hope you guys are having fun and are ready for a good day with me today. Yes, I'm ready. Listen, it's been a fun week of streaming, right? It absolutely has been. We had a cool new lamp all week that I changed the settings of, and now it looks pretty cool on streams. We've had great progress in all the things that I've been doing. Yesterday, we had the premiere of a new game, which we'll talk about on today's podcast a little bit, because I have kind of mixed feelings about it, okay? So, I hope you had a good one with me this week, and we're going to end it with hopefully a relaxing couple of streams. Hold on. Excuse me. All week long, I've actually been drinking different seltzer waters on the stream than I normally would, because as I told you guys, during last week's day off, we went to a different grocery store for the first time ever and shopped there for our groceries for the week, which meant that many different products were kind of substituted. Some stuff ended up being good, others not so good. That's what always happens when you kind of change a pattern or you change something that's like a routine, is that you got to adjust to the new routine. You got to find substitutes for things, for what you've changed, and we're working on that right now. Excuse me. But anyway, I'm excited for a fun day with you all, and I hope you guys are too. Shall we talk? Because we got exciting stuff coming up this week. We absolutely do. While this week was pretty much a standard week of non-stop gameplay, next week will not be that at all. And we're going to have a lot of variety in the schedule next week as a result of having a special event right chock in the middle of the week. Okay? Excuse me. So, let's talk. All right. So here's the rough schedule for the week. Now, there's a couple of things I want to say before we talk about this rough schedule for the week, okay? This schedule is just that. It's a rough schedule. It can change at any time, and I'm well aware that there's a couple indie games, things like that, where they're coming up this week, and some people have already asked me, will you be checking out this game, that game, this game, all right? Here's the thing. I know about these games coming out. I follow the gaming trends on social media. I'm aware that they exist. I'm aware that they're releasing. Nothing right now is particularly blowing me away. There's a battle royale game that looks like you're bouncing around the city like a superhero, and there's some other game that apparently is kind of like Animal Crossing, but you're supposed to be some kind of a god that people are worshiping you and sacrificing blood sacrifices to you. I know all this sounds weird, because it really is. That's the kind of stuff that's coming out in the next week. Does any of that sound that interesting to me or appealing to me? Not really. Just being honest, it just doesn't, blow me away. Like, wow, that's definitely what I want to be playing in the next week. But maybe, just maybe, some of these games will end up being good. And if they are, then people, I'm sure, are going to tell me over the course of the next week and say, hey, Phil, you really missed out. There's this new game that came out that's this or that, and you should check it out because it's super good. In which case, I have the ability to do that, okay? That is the good thing about being a full-time variety streamer, is that I am the master of my destiny. I can control whatever I do on any given stream. And if we want to change things around at some point during this week on the fly as a result of, this game came out, it's actually really good, and we think Phil should play it, we could do that, okay? But what I would like to do is go through the rough schedule for now, all right, and let you guys know exactly what we're looking to do. All right, then there's actually a membership sale apparently going on here on YouTube that we'll talk about for a little bit. And then once we're through all of that, and I talk a little bit about 2 Point Campus, then we're probably going to do some Q&A for today. A nice chill episode of the Level 1 podcast. No drama, no rants, hopefully. Hopefully it'll be a nice, good, relaxing one, okay? I don't know if I like this flavor of seltzer that much. When it makes me smack in my mouth like 20 times after I sip it, it's like, I don't know. Anyway. Anyway, let's talk. Today, what are we doing? It's Final Fantasy VII Endgame Grind. What does that mean? Well, here's what it means. I can beat the game today if I want it. We're actually at the tail end of the game. If I just go straight to the Northern Crater or whatever it's called, I'm pretty sure it's the final dungeon leading up to the final boss fight, and that's the end of the game. We could beat that today if we wanted. But, infamously, Final Fantasy VII is one of the games in the series that has the most and most notable endgame content. And what I mean by that is the game has, excuse me, pretty lengthy challenges to do that you don't have to do to beat the game but are notable. And it has endgame super bosses, all right, that really only become viable if you take excessive amounts of time grinding and investing in the mini games of the game to get rewards that will then allow you to beat these bosses, okay? So, for example, there's two giant weapons in the game, Ruby and Emerald. They're both very difficult to beat for completely different reasons. If I remember correctly, Ruby weapon is annoying because it keeps hitting you with status effects and does insane amounts of damage, but it's not as annoying of a fight as the other one because it's kind of a standard boss otherwise, while Emerald weapon is ridiculously annoying because it has insane HP. Like, it has so much HP, to give you an example, that this boss actually has a timer to fight it, and the challenge is more, can you survive the timer than the boss? Now, there's a way around it. You can get a special materia by morphing a particular enemy in the game. It's a really complicated situation to figure out. But once you figure it out, it makes the fight a lot easier. Still tough, but a lot easier. The good news is I have the materia already. But really, if I want to kill these bosses, I'm going to have to basically do the end game grind minigame stuff, which takes hours and hours of work. Okay? So, excuse me. Over the course, I got a frog in my throat. Man, it won't clear up either. Over the course of the playthrough, I've asked you guys, would you rather that I just play through the game and we see the standard ending? Or would you rather that when we get to this point in the game, I do extra gameplay streams of it to extend the playthrough a little bit, but to do this end game grind style stuff and essentially get all the items, you know, kind of almost platinum the game, even though I don't know if it's even possible. Can you? I think you can platinum this game now, right? Because this is the final, I think it's PS4 version of the game. So I think it has platinum trophy. I don't know how you get it though, but basically during the playthrough, you guys have been awesome. All right, you've shown up to the streams, not in giant numbers, but those who've shown up have been very engaging and supportive. Meaning, oh, there's 200 people on every Final Fantasy VII stream, which it's not a lot, but it's people who are engaged and having so much fun and really want to talk and chill, and then they support the streams, and it's really awesome, okay? So I'm happy about that. I like the fact that we can have a smaller but more engaged style stream every time I play Final Fantasy VII, okay? So, yes, I am happy to do this content for you guys, as long as the buy-in stays there, meaning people show up, support, and engage. I'm going to need your help today figuring out exactly what I need to do in order to get this endgame stuff before we take on the ultimate weapon fights. I'm not exactly remembering, you know, how does this work? I think there's a Coliseum I need to go to with Cloud to get his ultimate either weapon or limit break or both. I can't remember. There may be more than that too. We finished the Forest of the Ancients. We did that last time. I think I got all the items in there, so I think that's done. But now we got to figure out what's left, right? Like what's left to do, and go from there. So whatever you guys recommend, I'm down to listen, and you know, I'm all ears. Whether it's the chocobo racing and the chocobo breeding, whether it's grinding in a dungeon to level up materia and get the master materia, whatever it may be, all right, I'm down for that. You guys let me know. But that's the deal, is I need to have your buy-in. You're going to be here, chill, and let me know. Not that it's me trying to figure it out for myself, because that's not going to be fun, okay? So, it's up to you guys. And the thing is also, you'll know better than me, how many streams would it actually take for me to get through this content? I don't know. I actually have no concept of that. I don't remember. If I remember correctly, when I did do the chocobo stuff, it took a long time. It took hours and hours of grinding, but I don't actually remember how many. This was 20 years ago, okay? So, let's see what happens today. A nice chill endgame grind style stream in Final Fantasy VII, okay? Tonight on the late stream, I'm actually really pumped about this, okay? Tonight on the late stream, it is time for more Toy Story 3. Ladies and gentlemen, I am shocked in a pleasant way at how good Toy Story 3 is. It's just way better than I feel like it should be. It seems like these game developers really put a ton of effort into the game, having a whole kind of open world puzzle collect-a-thon, almost kind of like Banjo-Kazooie style world in the Woody's Roundup area of the game, but then having its own individual stages, either based on places from the movies or their own individual ideas. Like the last stage was Buzz Lightyear and an on-rail shooter landing on a planet and infiltrating Zurg's base. It was fun as hell. I was having so much fun with this game, and I'm like, damn, it looks good, it plays good. How is this so good? It's a freaking movie tie-in for a Disney movie. Why would it be this good? And a lot of people are like, yeah, that's why they were telling me for years to play it, because it actually is way better than it seems to deserve to be. It's just crazy good. In fact, I actually like this game so much. Starting this week, Toy Story 3 will be a mainstream game. Whoa. Money, money,
all those feckers that told me to get rid of the soundboard for the bingo because the thing broke, and he still uses it even though it's broke. I told you guys he still uses the bloody soundboard even though the thing broke. Anyway, thank you very much, Stuart Gascoigne, for the £5 tip. Says, hands up how many of the crowd have done the homework of making Philly's animations for him, and if not, why not? Lol, guys. It's Phil's animations for his bloody tips and all that crap. Obviously, people make them for free for him. Like, I mean, if they wanted to get money for it, then they should probably give them to another content creator who's willing to pay money for these things. I feel like this is a thumbnail. It could very well be a thumbnail. It could very well be. Anyway, thank you very much, Stuart Gascoigne, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Let's get on with the bingo.
We'll get into that in a second. I'll talk about it in a second so you guys understand, because we're going to go through the schedule the whole week. Okay? By the way, the game's lengthy. From what people are saying, 18 hours. 18-hour game. And I'm only 2 hours in, so we still got a lengthy wait. That's what I mean. I was thinking, man, if it really is 18 hours and I'm only doing it 2-hour chunks and I play it 2 times, 3 times a week tops, this could take a month to beat. And I'm like, damn, I don't have a whole month to play this thing. So moving it to the mainstreams probably makes more sense. So we'll talk about that. But anyway, tonight, 6:45 p.m. City time, Toy Story 3 continues. Superb game so far. Can't wait for more of it tonight. Tomorrow, I'm off from streaming. It is my day off from streaming for the week. What I would like to say is thank you all. It was a really good streaming week for me so far. And looking forward to a nice chill ending to it. I want to thank you all for your support during the course of this week, because you did help me a ton. It was a very tight week for me, and as of this morning, the bills that I was, worried about have been cleared, which means that anything I raise today via tips goes towards my day off tomorrow directly. I'm very appreciative of you guys helping me out this week. Thank you so much for your support, as always. Okay. So when I come back on Friday, we're going to be doing more 2 Point Campus as the main gameplay stream. Now, since I played 2 Point Campus yesterday, allow me to tell you what I think about the game, because honestly, I was a little surprised. Okay, so I guess what people are saying is the 2 Point series is actually kind of the spiritual successor to the Theme series from the 90s. In the 90s, there was like Theme Park, Theme Hospital, all these things, and they were sim games that people really liked. So I guess this whole 2 Point Hospital, right, that came out, it was really good. People liked it. Millions upon millions of copies sold over the course of the time the game was out. And so people are highly anticipating 2 Point Campus. So I played it yesterday, and here's what I have to say. It's all right. I was honestly surprised because a lot of people were like, oh, this game has a ton of humor. And I'll be honest with you, I don't really see it. Like, there's some humor. Like, some of the characters look silly. They're dressed up as these different stereotypes. Oh, there's a clown. There's a goth. There's the nerdy type, right? You can laugh a little bit at their configuration. Sometimes they have a silly hairdo or whatever. And yes, excuse me, every once in a while they do silly things. They'll fall asleep or whatever. But for the most part, the only real comedy that I've seen in the game so far is just the constant PA announcements, if that makes sense. The public address system announcements are narrators who are just kind of trying to say silly or funny things. But the thing is, when you're so focused on the game, because it is a sim game, and once you get it going and you have your campus running and you're trying to micromanage the needs of the students and the teachers and the campus in general, and you're trying to hit goals and you're trying to raise a certain amount of profit and you're micromanaging the amount of money you have versus what you want to do and the time it takes to do things, once you start getting into that, you don't even hear the announcements anymore. You're so focused on the gameplay loop of the game and how it works that you don't really hear those announcements, which is fine, because, by the way, the announcements seem to have nothing to do with the game. They're just one-off things. Like, for example, they'll say, oh, the janitor needed to unclog a toilet. Come to find out, I guess it's really not. Like, you could have enough janitors to handle the whole campus. It'll still do that announcement as if there's an urgent need when there's really not. It's just like white noise for the game, I guess. Atmosphere. So yeah, it's a little weird in that regard. And so basically, I'm playing the game and I'm like, it's all right. It didn't blow me away, I'll be honest. It really didn't. Like, it reminded me of some other sim-themed games that I played. Like, I played Zoo Tycoon at the launch of the Xbox One. I played that for a few sessions. I actually really liked it. My audience got bored and told me to stop playing it, so I did. Even though I enjoyed it, you know, it kind of burned out its interest after a few sessions. Or take a look at the Jurassic World game like this a few years ago, and I forget what that one was called. It was Jurassic World something. But anyway, what it was a sim version of Jurassic World where you build your own dino theme park, and you have attractions, you have food, you have to keep the dinosaurs happy, but also keep them, you know, in the pen so that people are safe. You see? Was it Jurassic World Evolution? Thank you guys. That's what it was called. A couple people just told me. I liked the game, but at the same time, it certainly wasn't the most riveting thing, especially after maybe the first couple of islands that they have you do this on. You realize it's not super exciting. Even when they added in things like environmental hazards happening, it's like, all right. And I got through it, but by the time that I was done with the game, people were very bored with it. Okay, so here we go again. It's another sim game, and you know, it's a little different. That you're simulating a campus. And I'll be honest, I think I maybe did a misstep. And here's what I mean by that. So I was playing through the tutorial campus, okay? And I'm learning the ropes and all of that. And after one point, I think I would say it was about 90 minutes in, the game says, oh, congratulations, you've advanced, you know, far enough in this campus that now you've unlocked the next. If you don't know what I'm doing, I'm trying to refold my microfiber cloth here. So congratulations, you've gotten far enough in the first campus to unlock the next one. So what would you like to do? Would you like to continue to play on your current campus, or would you like to go to the next campus? I feel like I should have said, let's go to the next campus. Because what I didn't understand was that the next campus unlocks a whole bunch of new interesting features. I guess what happens is there's events you can have, like, oh, a special event on campus where the kids will come and mingle, and there's activities and things, and it helps out your campus. I didn't know that. So I said, oh, just continue to play the first campus. And what it is you really only want to do that after you've played through all the other campuses. Because as you play through each campus, you're unlocking feature, till you get to the end of the game, and now all the features are unlocked, and you're kind of like left to do whatever you want. But the reason you would go back and try to master each campus is because this is where the real challenge comes in. Once you get to a certain level on each campus, now the campus has grown to the point where you have so many students, so many staff, and so many needs that it becomes a giant micromanaging saga. It's not necessarily more about, oh, you know, build a room that they need right now or build another class. It's maintain all the shit you already have. So by the end of yesterday's stream, because I chose to continue that first campus, I got the campus from a 1-star rating to a 2-star rating. I was trying to get it to the maximum, which is 3 stars. But what the game was telling me was you need to have 10 people who graduated from the campus, which means they need to be there for 4 years, 4 whole cycles, which I couldn't even get through in a whole 3-hour stream. Okay? And a bunch of other things. But at the same time, what happened was now it became difficult to micromanage the needs of everyone on the campus, and their satisfaction level kept dipping below the goal. And I was like, now what do I do? What do I do? And people were like, well, you know, the thing is now you're kind of strapped because you have no money. You spent all your money expanding and you know, growing the campus, and now you're not making money enough to keep improving it. So I was like, okay, now I'm starting to understand. This is the true challenge of the game. It's not necessarily play through the game and unlock all the different campuses. It's master each campus, which is probably what you should do after you've played through the whole game. You see? So, I do feel like I did this wrong yesterday, all right? Now, what I will say is this. There was a lot of people who were actually enjoying the gameplay yesterday because it's something very different for what I would usually play. How often do you see me play any kind of a simulation game? Last year, maybe Flight Sim. And before then, when was the last time I did one? Jurassic World Evolution. Like, it's very rare if I do a sim like this. So, yeah, what I'm going to do on Friday when we play it again is the main stream. All right? I am not going to resume with my first campus. We're going to initially just go right into the new campus. And apparently it's like a a cool gothic look to it. And we'll have new events and things you can do. So we'll give it a shot on Friday again as the main stream. And we will do the new campus and see what exciting stuff is in there. All right. Friday night is Friday Night Fights. Old school fighting game fun with the Capcom Fighting Collection. I really hope we have a better week this week than last week. Last week it was EVO weekend. I get the feeling a lot of people who are into fighting games were watching EVO because there seemed to be way less competition than there usually is. And I hope that's not the case this week, seriously, because if that's the case, that would mean this game effectively only had a month and a half of playtime and it's dead already. That would be terrible. And, you know, I even criticized Capcom last week. I was like, now, wait a minute. It's EVO weekend. It's the return of the National Fighting Game Championships for the first time in 3 freaking years, right? Would that not be a good opportunity to try to sell this game? I mean, all the other fighting games went on sale, including Street Fighter V, Tekken, and the like. Why did the Capcom Fighting Collection not go on sale? What a boneheaded move. Imagine if they said it's $20 now or it's $15. People probably would have bought it in droves for EVO weekend, and it would have totally put a needed injection into the player base. Instead, they just ignored it like it didn't exist. Stupidity, in my opinion. Okay? So, I hope we will get competition Friday night. If not, I guess we need to start seriously talking about what we want to do with Friday nights then. Because if this collection is dead, then we got to do something else. And this sucks. I love old school fighters. I don't want to see them go away. But I don't really know how we're going to be able to play them if the collection died. Okay? We'll talk about it. Anyway, hopefully, let's hope it's not like that. Unless we will get competition this Friday. Okay? Now, Saturday is the big event of the week that everyone's waiting for. Saturday, ladies and gentlemen, August 13th is the return of the DSP's Closet Clean Out Marathon. We did this 2 weeks ago, and to my pleasant surprise, everyone loved it. Whatever I took out of the closet had a story behind it. We found a lot of things that we added to the setup behind me. We got some stuff I'm going to be trading in. I threw out a lot of junk. And we even have hats that have been added to the regular rotation.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
And for the past almost 2 weeks, you guys have absolutely loved seeing these new hats in the rotation, right? For late night streams. By the way, this crown is deflated.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
I think I deflated it more.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown.
I don't think it's retaining air that well. I don't know how long the crown will be in the rotation at this point. But anyway, yeah, it was nice to find new stuff to add to my streams as a result of this marathon. So, this Saturday, we're doing it again. All right? We're going to do the second half of this closet. And I can tell you, we got at least 1, 2, 3, 4, I think there's 5 bins left in the bottom, and then we got the whole top shelf of shit to go through. So there's a lot of stuff to go through in this closet still. And I guarantee you, it's going to take a while. All right? You know, last week, well, 2 weeks ago, people were like, oh, there's no way going through Phil's closet will take an entire day. We ran out of time, and we weren't even halfway through. Okay? Now, the other thing, all right? The other thing that I want, well, the other thing that we're going to be doing during Saturday's event is I'm bringing back DSP Tries It.
Shut your mouth, you thong-wearing fatty!
672, what just happened? You saw that, right? There was a pop-up for a super chat, but Oh, there it is. Never mind. I thought there was nothing in the stream chat. I was like, huh? Why is there a pop-up, but there's no... And then I saw it. Never mind. Disregard my stupidity. Okay, so I'm bringing back DSP Tries It on Saturday. All right? Now, here's how it's going to work. I don't want to order food. I want to get food in person to save money. Because ordering food is expensive. You got to pay for the delivery fees. You got to tip the drivers. That's how you do it. It ends up adding a lot more cost. I'm trying to cut costs, all right? And I want to do this for you guys, but I also don't want to be dropping a ton of money doing it, all right? So we're looking for something that I can get from local places that either would be, oh, it's the first time Phil's trying something like DSP Tries It used to be, or what it could be is a modern taste testing. All right? What does that mean? Well, let's say, for example, I go to somewhere very commonplace. Like, let's say I go to McDonald's, which is right on the corner here, okay? I could do a taste testing of 3 common McDonald's products and let you know what I think of them. So maybe I could do the Big Mac, and then I could do the Quarter Pounder, and then I could do, I don't know, chicken nuggets. And just taste them and let you know, here's what I think compared to what these used to be when I was much younger.
Well, let me get this right. He's trying to cut costs and save money, and through that he's going to buy 3 separate meals for himself. Right. Still spending more money he should be spending, Phil.
Here's how I feel about these products today, right? And who knows? You never know what you're going to get when you go to fast food. It could end up being really good, and it could end up being shit if they slammed it together, made a big fucking mess, right? Something like that I feel like could be entertaining, all right? Or one other thing we could do is try to do like a return to maybe something I've done in the past, but somehow it became part of the main menu. But I don't know if that really exists. I'll give you an example. The quesarito. At one point, the quesarito was a limited time item that you could get at Taco Bell. And it was popular at the time. If I remember, I think I did actually get the quesarito and I did a DSP Tries It on it. Now, what ended up happening was, I'm pretty sure they brought it in and made it permanent. Like now the quesarito, you can just go there and order it and you get it no matter what. What is a quesarito? All right. Their idea at Taco Bell was to combine a quesadilla and a burrito. Is it really? No. What it is, it's a burrito, and then they wrap it with an extra tortilla and add a layer of cheese sauce. So when you bite into this thing, you're getting not only a gooey bean, meat, and sauce-filled burrito, but then cheese sauce also is squirting into your mouth at the same time. So imagine you open your mouth, and there's 4 tubes. There's a tube of beans. There's a tube of liquefied beef. There's a tube of, like, seasoning and sour cream. And there's a tube of cheese sauce. So you go, ah.
Right, guys, I'm going to rewind this, but I'm going to have it muted because I just want you to imagine a different scenario what Phil is doing with his hands here. I mean, this is like, you can probably translate over this with any other kind of audio clip. Insert your 18+ R-rated adult movie clip here.
You open your mouth.
And if you're asking people to guess what Phil's talking about without the audio, imagine the answers you'll get from that. So I just can't thought. I mean, that's what I'm saying. You could try and just think of somebody who's not seen the pre-stream and you show them that muted. And I say, what do you think Phil's talking about in this scenario? I was like, what would he do if he was in a ring with Hulk Hogan and the Macho Man in their prime?
A tube of cheese sauce. So you go, ah, and 4 streams of goo squirt into your mouth all at once, splattering everywhere and completely filling your throat. That's the quesarito. There you have it. Anyway, the point I'm making is what we could possibly do is return to a product that I already did from one of these places in the past.
Why are people telling me to pause? People are demanding I pause. Why was everyone yelling pause? I don't get it. Okay, not everyone was yelling pause, but there's quite a few people telling me to pause. I'm like, okay, pause means wait. Wait, you wanted me to wait? Or what? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm sad. Pause means something is getting out. Really? Oh, I think I meant his pause. Okay, fair enough. Okay, I thought people wanted me to stop. Okay, no worries. Sorry, I was confused. I thought people actually wanted me to stop in case I missed something or whatever. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm going to tick Y pause. He did a Y pause there during that. He actually did a Y pause describing all that at the end there. So yeah, he did. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Thomas Hazelton, you're right. He did a Y pause. So there you go. We've not really had anything else though. I think we came very close to him saying there you go. He said there you have it instead of there you go. But yeah, people are trying to explain to what pause means. I think people. I see pause pop up in chat. I think people are going to want me to stop the stream. That's just what I see, and I think, oh shit, I better stop the stream. I think I missed something. That's just my dumbass thinking. Sorry.
And try it today and compare it. Was it good back then? Is it good now? You see? Now, since I'm trying to save money on this and not go crazy, it's got to be something that's within driving distance. Really close to me, meaning I could likely drive to one of these places, get food, and be back within 20 minutes, would be Dairy Queen, Taco Bell, Wendy's, KFC, McDonald's, and Subway. I really don't want to do Subway. I know that all is bad food for you. I really don't want to do Subway. We already went through Subway's new Subway series menu and laughed at how bad it was because it's 99% shit they already had, just repackaged to sound like it's new, and like 2 new condiments that they added or something stupid like that. Okay? So, you know, I would prefer not to do Subway. But what we need to do is keep talking about this. We need to figure this out because if we don't figure this out today or Friday, we need to figure it out by Saturday. So during Saturday, at some point during the day, I'm going to go get food in person. All right. Now, some people have said, what about Burger King? Well, here's the thing. I could do Burger King. If you really wanted me to get that spicy chicken sandwich again a year later and see if it comes out better this time. By the way.
Guys, did he mean to say chicken this way? Did he say chicken? Is that what it's called? Or is this just Phil flipping a word? Is it actually called a chicken sandwich? Because that to me is very weird.
Well, here's the thing. I could do...
It is actually called a chicken. Okay, fair enough. I just thought Phil was being very fucking weird with a word. I'm not coded up on the Burger King menu myself. It's actually... Okay, no worries. You know what? Phil is so weird with his words sometimes. I just wanted to make sure this was not one of those instances where Phil is just being extra fucking weird with one of these words. So no worries. Thanks for clearing up, guys. I appreciate it.
Burger King. If you really wanted me to get that spicy chicken sandwich again a year later and see if it comes out better this time. By the way, the Burger King I would go to is not the Burger King that I got it last year where it was a disgusting mess. It would be a different Burger King. Okay? But there's a big catch to this. And here's what it is. Catch number 1. It's going to be a Saturday. There's going to be traffic outside midday. It's going to take me longer to drive somewhere and get back on a Saturday than a normal day. And here's the other half of the catch. Burger King is pretty far away from me. I have to drive all the way down a hill that basically is like 1.5 miles to 2 miles, but it's all traffic. There's actually a highway there, the entrance to the highway, and a major hospital. So for me to drive down there, there's always traffic. So you're talking probably 20 minutes to get there. Then I got to get the food. Then I got to drive back. Do you guys want to sit around for an hour on stream with nothing to do because I'm getting Burger King? And I did look into the prices. The prices are way too expensive to get it delivered. They're ridiculously over the top expensive. It's like $7 just for the sandwich, which should be the cost of the whole combo. Like what? Like I'm not going to overpay by 30, 40%. just to get it delivered. So that's kind of the trade-off, because I feel like if Burger King was not that far, that's what we would do. Like, that's exactly what I would want to do. But being that it is that far, it's probably not what I want to do. Okay? But let's see. Let's talk about it today. We'll talk about it Friday. And we have to make a determination by Saturday morning what I'm doing so I can figure out what I'm getting. Okay? So what I would say is take a look at the menus of places like Dairy Queen, Taco Bell, Wendy's, KFC, McDonald's. Are there things on there you think would be interesting if I were to do like taste testing of 2 or 3 items? Or is there something that I've already previously done many years ago that now that item is still available on the menu and I'd be able to try it in the modern day and compare the two? That would be pretty neat, I feel. All right. So whatever you guys think, let me know. Please share your ideas. And hopefully we'll have a determination by, Saturday morning to figure this out. Okay? And again, people are like, well, why won't you just order? Here's the thing. Feasting with the King used to be something I would do every 2 months or more. In the last month, I've already done it twice. And we have another marathon in another week. So it's becoming expensive. And it's becoming to the point where I can't do it as much anymore. It's ordering out like this, restaurant food, is expensive as hell. So I just can't keep doing it. I got to do something that's not expensive this week. Okay? All right, so that's all day Saturday. Cleaning out the rest of the closet and a live DSP tries it of some sort. Okay? There you go. But now the question to be asked, well, what about the rest of the week? Well, I have an exciting update for you on that. Okay? So starting on Sunday, August 14th, Toy Story 3 becomes a daytime stream. Because the playthrough is that good. All right? So it'll be the main stream on Sunday. And then the late stream on Sunday will be Sunday Night Bites Bassmaster 2022. Yeah, we did it last week. It was very successful. People seem to really enjoy it. I caught a bunch of fish after a while. And it was very interactive and fun. And people seem to want an interactive stream like this once a week. So Bassmaster Sunday Night Bites continues on Sunday night. If it keeps working out as a good stream, where people like it and support it, then what I'm going to do in the long term, for Sunday Night Bites, we have the Fisherman's Hat that I will put on whenever we raise $100 during Sunday Night Bites. Well, if it becomes a regular thing where we do it once a week, every time that we earn the Fisherman's Hat, all right, I am going to add something to the hat. And what I mean by that is you may notice that there's this band going around the hat. The reason that's there is because outdoorsmen typically attach things to their hats for easy transport and storage, and fishermen would regularly do things like stick hooks, lures, and other things to their hat. So, if Sunday Night Bites continues and is successful, all right, for like another 1 to 2 streams, I would say, I'm going to go to the store and actually buy some fishing lures to attach to the hat, 1 a week when we earn the hat on the stream. Okay? And if we don't earn the hat, then there won't be anything added. Okay? Sound like a good idea? Something different? Something interesting? Right? Okay. I hope that sounds good. And I hope it sounds fun. So a different kind of idea. Okay? All right. But anyway, so that's right. A lure streak. Yes. So.
Shut up, bitch!
Sunday Night Bites this weekend. All right? Then on Monday, that'll be our next Final Fantasy VII Endgame stream, where we'll continue on with this endgame grind, preparing for the super boss fights. And then Monday night will be the next stream of Multiverses. Now listen, I had a great time with Multiverses last night. I played with Iron Giant for about an hour, and I went on a bunch of win streaks with him. Then I switched to Finn, and I was learning him, and I was having fun. And then I switched to Batman at the end of the stream. Had a great time, and for the first time ever, we got decent support. It was like, I'm not even kidding, like $80 in tips. I've never gotten that much during a multiverse stream before. All right. So I was very pleased with the amount of support that I got. I wasn't expecting to get that much support because it has been so slow, you know, traditionally. And, hold on. Okay. Yeah. I'm happy that that happened, and I hope we can keep that up. But, admittedly now, even though I played it last night, Tuesday night, I don't get to play it again until Monday night. This is what happens when you have special events going on and everything. It ends up, you know, delaying the schedule. So right now we had a special event on Saturday night, and now I got a new thing on Sunday nights called Sunday Night Bites. So it kind of staggers all of our late night streams, okay? And that's okay, but I know now there's some people who like multiverses are like, man, I gotta wait till Monday night for it again. I know, it is what it is, but I'm excited for it. I really like the game. I actually can't wait, and we're supposed to get updates on when Season 1 is launching soon. Who knows? Maybe by next week we'll have an update. I guess we'll see, okay? So then, what my plans are, all right, is that at least for that short term, I'm going to be alternating Toy Story 3 and Final Fantasy 7 as the daytime streams, and then the night streams will be Multiverses and 2 Point Campus with the occasional Friday Night Fights or Sunday Night Bites thrown in there, okay? Now, is there new releases coming out this month? Yes. Not a lot. And they actually don't even start coming out until the 23rd. All right, on the 23rd of August, we've got the reboot of Saints Row. All right, and there's another game that's called, I keep forgetting what it's called. It's a one-man game. Only one guy developed it. Midnight Fight Express. All right, both games look good to me. I'll be playing them both probably. At the end of the month, we got the Pac-Man World repack, and then of course Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Cowabunga Collection, which I told you guys I would check out. And maybe do a pizza party. So we'll talk about that during the second half of the month. Also, remember, my next React event is next Saturday. So a week from this Saturday, we're doing a React event where I'm going to react to the original This Is How You Don't Play video ever. Okay? So we got a lot going on this month. This is actually a pretty packed.
Hold on. How did he say that? I'm going to react to the original This Is How You Don't Play video ever. That's not English. That's not good English, I think.
Second half of the month. Also, remember, my next React event.
Which, by the way, I don't think he's got permission from Evil AJ to watch that video. Also, Evil AJ privated the video, so I don't know how he's going to get access to this original video, unless someone downloaded it before he made it private. Who knows?
Is next Saturday. So a week from this Saturday.
Let's see, is this bad English?
We're doing a React event where I'm going to react to the original This Is How You Don't Play video ever.
The original This Is How You Don't Play video ever.
Saturday, we're doing a React event where I'm going to react to the original This Is How You Don't Play video ever.
Sir, Mr. Professor, Evil AJ did it first say he could, but then he retracted it. There's another version, then that's not the original Prophet. If there's another version, that's not the original version. So Phil's misleading his viewers. Phil was promising the original version, and that is not what he's going to deliver. So he's misleading his viewers.
Okay? So we got a lot going on this month. This is actually a pretty packed month when you really think about it. All right? Now, allow me to address the concerns of the games that are coming out this week. Like I said, there's one game, I guess it's called Rumble Versus. It's Battle Royale. All right? Now, it has a unique twist. You're in a city, and I guess you're supposed to be playing as some kind of a superpowered guy or gal, and you do flying combat moves like flying grapples and punches and things like you're a superhero against other superheroes or supervillains, and I guess that's the whole premise of the game. I've seen someone play it, and it looks interesting, but I don't know how much longevity it would have. It's free. So if I hear people are playing Rumble Versus and liking it, and people really want to see me try it, I'll try it. But I'm definitely going to have a wait-and-see attitude about this one, okay? There's another game coming out called Cult of the Lamb. In this game, it's supposed to be a chill sim game like Animal Crossing. The difference is you play, I guess, a lamb that's supposed to be worshipped by a cult. Yes, a cult actually looks up to you as like they're God reincarnated, and they do blood sacrifices to you. It's fucking weird, all right? But some people are like, oh, it's something different and unique. Am I going to play it and get it? No. Again, unless I hear otherwise from you, and you guys say, hey, actually get Phil, this is really good. You're missing out on something great if you don't play it. Then I would consider it, but it doesn't look like it appeals to me very much. Okay? All right, just being honest. Now, Xenoblade Chronicles 3. People keep mentioning it in my chat. All right? I'm not against playing the game, but there's a small problem. All right? And this is the one thing holding me back from playing it. It's 140 hours long. 140 hours. Okay? Allow me to give you... Oh, shit. Allow me to give you some perspective on that. Misclick there. My Skyrim playthrough, all right, that I just did, that I finished about a month and a half ago, was over 120 hours long. And it took us 6 months to complete that game. I started it in Christmas marathon, and it didn't finish until sometime in June. Okay? The other playthrough that I did recently that was insanely long was Elden Ring. Elden Ring, no exaggeration, was about 140 hours long. One of my longest playthroughs ever. Okay? I played Elden Ring from release day for 2 straight months. Mostly, well, actually, it was always a daytime stream, right? Unlike Skyrim, that was night streams. It was always a daytime stream.
That is not true. He tried one night stream, it done very poor for tips, and he went pretty straight back onto the day streams because it done so poorly for the one night stream. He was planning to rotate it between day and night streams, you know, as a repeated thing, but he had one single bad night stream of Elden Ring, and he didn't do it ever again because he knew he got far more money and tips from the day streams, and that is where it stayed for the rest of the time.
There were entire weeks when all I played was Elden Ring. Okay? So, you gotta understand, when they make a game like this, alright, and they make it that long, alright, it's very hard for me as a variety streamer to be able to cover it. As much as I would like to. I mean, I played Xenoblade Chronicles 1 many years ago. This was before I was an interactive live streamer. I got bored of it. Maybe if I had an interactive audience, I wouldn't be bored of it, right? But you don't know what the funny thing about Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is? I'm going to tell you exactly what it is. I like JRPGs. I play JRPGs. In fact, take a look at my track record of playing games at length that a lot of people would never think that I would do. The Persona series, right? Yakuza 7, Dragon Quest 11, a bunch of Final Fantasy games, Tales of Exilia 1 and 2. I could keep going on all these turn-based RPGs and JRPGs I played over the years. I love them. But every time I play one, all I get is complaints. This game's too long. It's boring. Why do you keep playing JRPGs? They don't bring in numbers. People don't support them. Why do you play them? Right? Now, the funny part about this is I fully fledged believe the reason we've got people who keep coming to my streams every day and asking me about Xenoblade is because I'm not playing it. If I were playing it, I literally would get that same crowd of people complaining that I'm doing a lengthy JRPG. Okay? I feel it. Want to know how I know that? Because I'm doing a lengthy JRPG right now in Final Fantasy VII. I got nothing but complaints from certain people. Oh, why is he playing so boring? Ow! Ow! And listen, I understand. They're not for everyone. Which is why I also hope you understand this is why I have to beat Final Fantasy VII before I even consider playing another RPG. I can't be playing 2 RPGs at once. Because if I do, this is what happens. Oh! Oh! And we can't have that. All right? We can't. I hope you understand. So, this is seriously, this is another situation of another game. It was exactly the same situation that happened a few years ago. Octopath Traveler. At that time, it was the hot JRPG. Everyone was talking about it and playing it over the course of that otherwise dead summer, but I couldn't play it. Why? Because I was playing Persona 5. Yeah, a year late, I was trying to finish my playthrough of Persona 5 because of all the false copyright strikes I got in the year before from Atlas that had been cleared up, but I felt I needed to wait an excessive period of time before they were going to try to give me more bullshit strikes. So it worked, but because I was doing basically the last third of Persona 5 during that summertime. And man, it took a while, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, it took a long time to finish the game. I thought it was going to be another 10, 15 hours. It was like another 40 plus hours, if not longer, to beat the game. So by the time I beat it, there wasn't even enough time to play Octopath Traveler before the fall hit and all the big releases. So that's kind of the same situation we're here with Xenoblade Chronicles. If I hadn't already been playing Final Fantasy VII, maybe I would have considered playing it. But even then, for a game that's reported to be a minimum of like 115 or up to 140 hours to play, it just doesn't fit into, sadly, my style of content creation. I just played 2 games that were that long. The one that I played nonstop, it took me almost 2.5 months to beat. How in the hell am I ever going to beat this game? Because you know people aren't going to want this as the mainstream every day because it's a JRPG. This could take me till February of 2023 to beat. You see? Okay. So nothing against it. Seriously, nothing against it. And more power to you if you like Xenoblade Chronicles, but I just don't think it fits in what I do. Okay? Okay. Now, a couple quick things. Actually, both of these things tie into themselves, I just realized. I'd like to direct your attention to the members goal for the month. We agreed it would be a Rageathon. That if we hit 600 members, we're going to do a marathon where you guys nominate games that you feel are rage-inducing that I will, play through and alternate between during this event. This event will take place in September sometime. Okay, fair enough. Now, I'm not saying there won't be another event in September because a lot of people seem to be like, oh, what about another React? Well, let's hit this members goal, all right? And if and when we do, then let's talk about a tier 2 goal where we can maybe set up the next React event, okay? But why am I bringing this up this morning? Because apparently YouTube is running a sale on memberships. I think if you've never been a member of a channel before, I'm pretty sure they're running a 50% off sale on memberships. Now, I don't know if this is every territory, but at least I know someone from the United States checked it this morning. And yes, if you've never been a member of DSP Gaming before, right now, the prices have dipped. Instead of being $3.99, it now costs only $1.99 to become a channel member. All right? Now, other people have been checking this out and saying, I guess if you're an existing member, then yes, also, the memberships are on sale, but it's less. Like, I think someone had mentioned 20% off or something like that. I think so. So if you've already been a member at one point, 20. If you're a brand new member, never been one before, 50. Either way, it's a discount. All right? If you've never been a member before, or you were waiting for a chance to gift memberships, this may be the right opportunity if your sale applies to you. I don't think it applies worldwide. Usually when they do things like this, there's terms and there's conditions and stuff. And so not everyone can take advantage of it. But definitely, I would say this is a good opportunity to do so. If you ever wanted to help the channel or help your fellow chatters, maybe with some gifted memberships or whatever, by all means, now's the time, right? Now, some people this morning asked me, well, how does this affect you? Do you get the full amount that you would normally get from the membership? I don't know. I don't really care. For me, support is support. You know what I mean? Like, I'm happy that they're doing this. Maybe this will incentivize some people to become members who normally wouldn't be, or to gift memberships who normally wouldn't be. So any support is added support I wasn't going to get. You understand? I'm not upset if I make less per membership. I'm not. I don't care. If anything, hopefully this will make more people become members, right? So what I would say is give it a look. You may, want to take advantage of it now. Because if you don't, the sale may end soon. I don't know when it ends. In fact, I have no clue. We didn't even know the sale was going to happen. And then some people told me about it this morning and said, yeah, this just happened kind of out of nowhere. No one knew about it, but it's going on right now. Also, I would absolutely want to say, make sure your account is opted in for gifted memberships, because there may be some coming up as a result of this. Okay? All right. Last thing to say before we get to like shout outs and then Q&A and stuff. Last thing to say today. Thank you for all the support this week. You've been outstanding. You really helped me out of a bind. I knew it was going to be a crazy tight week. Every dollar that was submitted to this channel via tip went towards bills and now my day off tomorrow. Okay? Thank you so much for that support. Today, if you're going to support the channel, everything is appreciated. But since tomorrow's my day off and tips go directly towards my days off, yes, today tips would help me more than anything else. We have reward tiers in place for tips, like Gunner glasses at $50, your choice of a silly hat at $100, and your choice of a silly vest at $150. So it makes sense, if you're going to contribute to the stream today, to tip me, helps me out more for tomorrow, and you get a reward sooner, okay? I'm not going to be mentioning this all over the course of today. I'm just going to say it right now up front, maybe once in the middle of the stream, depending, just to remind everyone, but I don't want to harp on it, okay? Thank you guys in advance for any contributions, any way you want to help. Just liking this stream, which is 100% free, helps this channel dramatically. Right now we have over 300 people on the stream. If we get 100 likes on this stream, that would help a lot on YouTube for things like the search algorithm, okay? So please consider it, since that one's free. All right, I think it's time to do shout-outs. We start off today with John Nepper, who became a man. We start off today with John Nepper, who became a channel member. Thank you to John for his support of DSP Gaming. I really appreciate that. Our first super chat of the day is from 672. He said, press 1 if you have better Twitch TV emotes enabled. And I guess a couple people did it, but I think what it is on here on YouTube, it's not a big deal. While over on Twitch, it is a really big deal. Where people care about that stuff. Here on YouTube, I don't think people really care that much about it. But there you go. Okay. And then Mighty Pete re-upped his membership for 2 months in a row. Okay. All right, Super Juan, please enjoy your permanent ban. Don't come back. Let's see here. I wanted to check on members because I was curious how we're doing on members. So it looks like we may have gotten 1 or 2. Then again, it says 0. I think these were just re-ups. I think these were just re-ups of memberships. Therefore, I think we're at the same number. 542. And what does it say we're at? Yep, we're still at 542. Okay. Our first tip of the day is from Snow Carl. Who was exposed yesterday as actually being former chatter Zoya. Actually, I have no idea. Someone just randomly said that yesterday in the chat, and I don't know if it's true or not. I have no clue. But anyway, I'm just reiterating what someone said. It's probably a conspiracy theory. So, Snow Carl tips $1.50 and says the following. Since it's probably not the gameplay, what about your personality do you think managed to attract so many people, fans and haters alike, to watch you for so long? Keep up the great content. I think for everyone it's something different. I really do. For some people, it's just the sheer length of time that I've been a content creator. How many people right now on the internet can say, I've been consistently making content for 14 years, succeeded in being, a business person doing this for a living for, at this point, almost 12 years, right? Almost no one. Although there's a lot of people who are starting to get, okay, I've done it for this long. I was one of the people who've been doing it the longest. All right. And since I've been around the block, people know me for various different reasons over the years. Oh, I remember you when you used to cover Street Fighter 4. Oh, I remember you when you used to do narrative-based stuff like Heavy Rain and blew up back in the day. Oh, I know you from this. I know you from that. And then there's other people who have just come along for the ride. And they're like, hey, I started watching you 2-3 years ago, and I like how interactive your streams are, how chilled the vibe is here. Everyone's here for a different reason. When you're someone like me who's been around for so long, you get a fan base that's very diverse, and I like that. I like that I have people from all over the world, all age groups, all genders, everything. I'm very happy about that, okay? I would say for some people, yeah, it's that personality. Do you really think a single person actually tuned into my closet clean out event to actually see what was in the closet? Or do you think a lot of people were just here to chill with me and have a good time? And, when something actually interesting came out of the closet, we were all shocked. Like that Machinima Xbox that I didn't even remember existed. But for the most part, I think people were here to just chill with me and have a good time. Because they like my personality, right? But at the same time, there's people who tune in to be hate watchers, too. Oh, I hate everything he does. And I just can't stop myself from watching someone I hate constantly.
We're here for bingo, so if you can say meaningful reality, that being said, and also just throw in some random scat talk and hateful slurs, that would be very greatly appreciated, Phil. Thank you very much.
There's no logic to that. It's stupidity, but you can't stop people from hate watching like they do. So it is what it is. But anyway, yeah, there you go. Everyone has a different reason. What? I have no idea how to pronounce this one. Erlendht? Erlent? I guess Erlent is how you say their name. To the super chat and says, this is a small donation in exchange for the Final Fantasy VII streams. I hope for a roundup on how you feel about it, pluses and negatives. All the best to you and your fans. Thank you. No, it's just you and your fan. Excuse me. Fam. I read it wrong. Oh my god, excuse me. Thank you. Let's get you up on the leaderboard here. Erlent. Thank you, Erlent. So, yeah, see, we're now nearing the end of the game. And if you remember, previously, over the years, I had always talked about Final Fantasy VII in this kind of overhyped light. Not that I hate or detest the game, but I always felt like it was definitely one of the most overhyped games in history. That so many people at the time.
Whoops a daisy, press pause. I was going to say, has Phil actually done any Hateful Slurs yet? He's kind of gotten close to the Hateful Slurs, but he's not. There's been nothing obvious, if you get what I'm saying. He's bitched and moaned about certain people, but has he actually done any Hateful Slurs properly? Not sure. I don't think so.
Time this game came out, felt like it was the end-all be-all of what Final Fantasy ever was, the best one that ever came out. To this day, people still fanboy over it. That's why people wanted a remake so badly, right? Let's face it, out of all the Final Fantasy games that ever came out, what's the one that everyone demanded a remake of? 7. Okay? So, I always felt it was overrated. And I've had various reasons. I've told you guys this over the years. Now here we are, 40 hours into a playthrough of it together. And I would definitely say refreshing my memory on a lot of the elements, you know, has made it a little bit more modernized for me in my mind because, you know, my memories of it were very outdated, I feel. The only thing I'll say now, we haven't beaten it yet, but the only thing I'll say now is I think I understand the story more now. I just don't think the story is as good as the previous Final Fantasies. Like, I feel the story of Final Fantasy both 4 and 6 is superior. I'd say probably 5 is the weakest story. 5 has a pretty weak story. But 7 isn't as good as the other classics from my childhood, in my opinion, when it comes to the story. And I will also say that now that we've played it again, I really feel like pretty much everything that happens after Eris passes away is too disjointed. In fact, it almost feels like there's a series of things that happens leading up to that that's too much dungeon combat, too many bosses back to back. It's kind of odd that it's laid out like that. I don't know why it is actually, because it seems like here's a gauntlet of shit we're just going to throw at you for 5 hours. Then when it's done, it's like, oh, now the game's like loosey-goosey open world, figure out where to go without many clues. You should have went to this town. Oh, you should have went to this cave. You should have done this. And it's like, why did they do it like that? Why did they make it? The whole first disc is very linear. And then you get a gauntlet at the end of this story segment, and the next thing you know, the game completely changes, and it's too confusing, in my opinion. Okay? I don't know. It does feel to me like the whole second half of the game was content that they had ideas for, and they were going to implement into a larger narrative, and they just didn't have time to implement the second half of the narrative. So they said, just put it all over the world randomly and have the person go place to place randomly in a random order inexplicably. Like, why do you end up in Mideel? Why is Cloud there? There's no explanation why he's there. He's just there. Oh, it's a town for you to have a plot in now. And then it gets thrown away immediately. It's not like Mideel is important to the story. And let's be honest, one of the most hilarious parts of the game is seeing Tifa run with a wheelchair with Cloud in it as they get sucked into the planet. Like, what the hell? Anyway, so I think you see my point. I'll have a final verdict on it after we beat it, but that may be a little ways off depending on how much endgame we decide to grind here, okay? Thank you for the super chat. Okay, all right, so we still have some extra time. If you would like to ask me a question, please tag me in the stream chat, and I will do my best to answer your questions for the final, minutes here of the podcast. B-Boy Cyclone says you have to try Dual Fields Chronicles, a demo out, progress transfers to the full game, Final Fantasy Tactics, and Fire Emblem Tactical RPG in real time without a dating sim. Okay. Sounds like something that, again, if I wasn't doing, another RPGs of another type that I might be interested in, but probably not going to do it right now. Christian, do I excited for Final Fantasy 16 next year? I mean, yeah, it's been a long time since Final Fantasy 15, and Final Fantasy 15 was a rushed mess, where it had parts of big, huge greatness and parts that flopped hard and weren't good at all. So I hope that this one actually feels finished and polished and good. And I am looking forward to it, yes. I'm skipping all these questions that are either silly or already answered on today's stream. Hobo X says, would I want to risk Modern Square remaking Final Fantasy VI and ruining it, or rather live with the original?
No, I'd like to see them remake it. I would. I absolutely would. Again, a game I grew up with that I absolutely would like to replay in a different way. You know, I would love that. Eternal says, why is Final Fantasy VII the best Final Fantasy game of all time? Hype. Here's your answer. Hype. Expand Dog says, man, this summer feels like the summer of Nintendo skips. You realize you haven't turned on your Switch for a major release since Kirby in March? Yes. There's been nothing going on. This Switch has been dead. There's nothing on that Switch worth playing, honestly, right now. In comparison to everything else I'm doing, I'm more interested in the other projects. You know? Maybe if I hadn't played Final Fantasy VII, I would have dabbled or considered Xenoblade Chronicles 3, but even then, because it came out just like a week ago, I don't think there would have been enough time to play it. DB Croy says, yes, Nintendo Chronicles are always feast or famine. Seems like that, doesn't it? It really does. I have to agree with you there. B-Boy Cyclone says, why did you skip Final Fantasy Stranger of Paradise? It's a really good game. I skipped it because it came out at exactly the same time as Elden Ring. And since Elden Ring was the prominent game at that time that everyone wanted me to fully invest my time into and do as much content as possible, that's what I did. And the game came out right after it, and there was not enough time to play it. Plus, the combat is kind of a little bit of a knockoff of Elden Ring anyway when it comes to the boss fights. I didn't really care too much about it. And by the way, the game didn't do well sales-wise nor review-wise. The game came out and kind of flopped because Elden Ring was the prominent game at the time, so not a lot of people really talked about it. Right now, you can buy it for about $25 at any venue because no one bought it, and they're selling it at such a huge discount. So if you haven't played it yet, you might want to check it out, but I don't get the feeling it's going to end up being for free on Game Pass and probably PS Plus Premium at some point. I even got rid of the Switch box. Well, I took it down because I realized if I put the Switch box behind the Ghost doesn't stand out as much. It stands out better against the dark backdrop. So that's why I moved it. What I'm going to do is on Saturday when we clean out the closet, I'm probably going to put this into the closet. The hell's in there? It sounds like there's something in there. Nah, bags. Wait, what's that? Oh! It came with an HDMI cable. I didn't even know that. What is that? I have no idea what this is. Something with a strap on it. But I don't know what it would attach to on the Switch. I have no clue what that is. What are these? Side attachments? It's this wrist strap that will rail onto the Joy-Cons. Who the fuck wants that? I apparently never took them out of the box. My Joy-Cons are buried over there in my controller box. I have a little storage box with controllers in it. I barely ever used them because they're shit. They were so bad. I never wanted to use them. They're complete crap. Okay. So, will there be Halloween goals? Yes, next month. For September, that's when we set up goals towards Halloween. And usually what it is, you know, a Halloween marathon, maybe something special going on during the Halloween marathon. That's what the members' goals are for September. It always is. Expand Dong says, when the Wii first came out, people were using their Wiimotes so wildly they threw them into their TV, so they made straps for the Wiimotes. I'm aware of that. Which Final Fantasy is the worst one for me? 8. But the funny thing is, I never beat 8. The little I played of it, I hated. I hated the story. I hated the characters. I hated the combat. The whole draw system is fucking duty. Like, everything about it was shit for me. I just didn't like it. The only part I liked was the graphics at the time. Everything else I thought was terrible. So, maybe that game would be, if I replayed it, maybe I would see it in a different light, but I fucking detested it when it came out back in the day. No, Jeremy, I never would have bought a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X from a scalper. I don't support the practice, and I never would have spent that amount of money for one of them. I just would have suffered without it, I guess. Hobo X says a piece of printer paper might help the light. All right, hold on.
I was like busy for the last like 3 minutes, 4 minutes talking to like my brother-in-law there. So I didn't actually realise what was I literally walked away on the stream, because I was like, okay, my brother-in-law is like, you know, here, and I'm just going to have a quick word. And I went and came back, and Phil's chair was empty. What happened? Have I missed anything on Bingo? This is just so boring lately. Why is he trying to cover the light? What is going on? What the hell have I missed? Nothing's happened, so I've not missed anything in the Bingo. Just Phil is trying to... Is somebody complained about the lamp then? Is somebody complaining in his stream about the lamp, which is why I try to cover it? That's not going to work because he's got a fan on. When it gets too hot, he's got a
here's
fan
what it would
on.
look like with a piece of printer paper over it, right? Do you think this looks any better than without the piece of printer paper on it, or does it look the same?
I think it actually looks better with
What do you
paper.
think?
No, it does actually look better with the paper over it because you see the colour a bit better through the paper.
Test. This is what it looks like without the piece of printer paper as I talk, all right?
It definitely looks better with the paper.
And this is what it looks like when I have the piece of printer paper.
Dumbass. Fucking moron. Idiot.
And this is what it looks like when I have the piece of printer paper sitting over it. Does it look any different to you guys at all?
No,
Looks the same.
It does not look the same.
People are saying it looks the same, it's not a big deal. I think the only thing I would say is the eyes stand out a little better with the printer paper, right? Like right now it's hard to see the eyeballs. The colors are good, but it's very hard to see the eyeballs on it. I think when you do this, definitely the whites of the eyes stand out more. You notice that? How the whites are almost always visible now, right? But outside of that, I would say it's probably almost identical. The hassle of this would be what I have to do. I would have to actually trim this paper somehow to fit the front of it. So I'd have to sit there with a pencil and draw the outline of the thing, go, you know, all around it, and stand there with scissors, cutting painstakingly around it. Just to figure, it would take like, you know, a while to do. And then I also don't know what I would use to stick it to it, because it would have to be flush to it. So I might have to figure out, you know, I don't know how much of a benefit it would really give, honestly. Of slight benefit for the visibility of the eyes, I would say. That's maybe about it.
This motherfucker probably was such a nightmare for arts and crafts back in kindergarten. He's probably such an intolerable little brat. I don't... We're meant to glue the macaroni to the paper, but I ate all the macaroni. Teacher, give me more macaroni, please. Fucking idiot.
It looks shit either way. Well, thanks, Mark. I appreciate your positivity. Thanks so much. Fucking asshole. Okay.
Now that's a hateful slur. That is a hateful slur. I'm counting that as a goddamn hateful slur right there, and that's a double bingo. Fucking asshole just because he thinks it looks shit. It does look shit.
All right. Get blackout window film that will roll and you cut it to the size that works better. Guys, it's a fucking $10 lamp. You want me to go spend money on blackout window film for a $10 ghost lamp? Like, perhaps maybe we're getting a little bit into ourselves a little bit heavy here, you know? Holy shit.
Hold on. People want me to tick off scat talk for that as well, because he called someone an asshole. Or something, or... Wait, is that... Guys, like, you know how I do these things. The chat decides, was that scat talk? Yeah. The general consensus is that is not scat talk. I'm not seeing a single yes so far. No, everyone's saying no, that's not gay. We're not taking scat talk. It's an expression, exactly. It's an insulting expression, it's not actual, genuine scat talk, so no. He said it looks like shit. That's also an insult. Like, this scat talk to me is when Phil goes, like, you know, it's like it's just kind of shit jokes, literally kind of talks about doody and shit jokes and all that crap, and he makes like farty noises and like, you know, diarrhea noise. It's that kind of weird fucking kind of humour in that way. That to me is when Phil goes like scat talk. The poop humour, yeah. Rich Richardson said it well. The scat talk is like the poop humour. And Phil's not really done that yet, surprisingly. He hasn't done it for a while, I feel. At least anytime we need him to do it. Jad, did you see DSP Vlog's Wolverine video? Pretty sure I did, because I included it in one of my music videos where he was like, why did you not listen to me? So yeah, if it's all about that video, yep, seen it. Made fun of it. Even included it in my content.
Only Fear of Death says, can we gift you the MVC2 Arcade 1-Up cabinet? I would love to see you play Marvel 2 again as part of Friday Night Fights rotation. Well, here's the thing. I don't know that much about it. And what I mean by that is, I don't know how it works. Apparently it would have Wi-Fi, which I don't really like the idea of Wi-Fi to play games over the internet. But apparently it would have Wi-Fi built in, and you would be able to play against other people who own the cabinet only when they're playing it. Right? Am I right about that? But what I'm worried about, like, how would you capture from it? Exactly, right? How would you capture video from it? Does it have HDMI out? Because I thought the whole idea of the cabinet was that it's a real cabinet. So it's not a PC, it's not a capture device. It's supposed to be working like an arcade cabinet. So how would I capture from said cabinet is the question. Like, for example, if you could have, if it had HDMI out, and I could run it to my capture setup, and I could capture the video and broadcast it, and I could do a webcam of me standing at the arcade machine playing it while I actually played it, and that could be webcam me playing on cabinet while I broadcast the video, then I would be like, yeah, that actually is kind of cool. That might actually be a really good interesting premise, although I definitely have to figure out where to put it, because this office is already cramped as shit, so I don't know where I would actually put it that it wouldn't, like, be intrusive. You know what I'm saying? But if it doesn't have video out, then there's no way to do it whatsoever. It's a complete waste of time and money then. They don't? And RR says, no, the arcade 1-Ups do not have HDMI out. Then, why would, alright. Seriously. How can you not argue how overpriced those things are then? Those things go for, the cheapest one is like $500, but for the real full-size arcade cabinets, they're like $1,000. You're paying $1,000 for a game you can only play on that cabinet. You can only play against people who own that model of cabinet and who happen to be playing it at the same time as you over the internet with a Wi-Fi connection, and you're paying $1,000 for it? Hello? That doesn't make sense to me at all. That sounds to me like it's terrible. A very bad idea. If it did have video out, I would actually consider it and say, yeah, if someone wanted to donate, but since it has no video out, no way to capture from it, no, I don't want it. It would just be a waste of time. It would. You want to see how the ghost looks when it's not lit? I had it off the other day by accident, yesterday, right? If you really want to see it, here. Gotta find the switch. Here it is. There you go. Look at that. Okay. You can see its eyes, but it's white. When are the ghosts white? They're only white when they're blinking blue and white when they're about to be eaten by Pac-Man, so it's kind of lame. I prefer the colors. What else is the point of the lamp? Okay. All right. Any other questions, guys, before we briefly adjourn and then get ready for Final Fantasy VII here? Can I address the rumors that I'm voicing Pac-Man in the newly announced live-action Pac-Man movie? All the thing I have to say about that is humma, 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 humma. That's it. I'm not really getting many questions. I'm getting, how long is Final Fantasy VII to beat? I could beat it right now. I already answered these questions. People basically aren't listening to the podcast, and then they're asking questions that I've already answered on the podcast. So that's why I'm not answering them. Let's just start the games. All right, guys. If that's the case, if that is the case, then let's end the show. Thank you for being a chill audience. I told you today would be a very chill day compared to, oh my god, compared to yesterday. Today was very relaxing, which I'm happy about. I'll very briefly go use the restroom and come back here and we'll jump into Final Fantasy VII. Now again, I'm going to need your help because I think what people were saying is I could definitely do the Coliseum with Cloud. That's something I could do. But then after that, I don't know if I should go straight to the Chocobo races or if there's other stuff to do in the world I should do first. I need your guidance. For those of you who have been around to know the history of Final Fantasy VII and what's the post-game content and what order I should do it. I'm definitely need your help today. Okay, guys? All right, thank you very much. Great show. And thanks for watching all week long. Hope you had a great week with me. And I'll see you, of course, if you only watch the podcasts, I'll see you Friday. But for everyone else, stick around. Some fun gameplay right around the river bend. Just around the river bend.
Shut the fuck up, Phil.
And Bassmaster the other day. Around the river bend. I don't know why I'm singing. I was singing that during Bassmaster the other day.
I don't even know why Phil's fucking all chirpy about this fucking podcast, because he's had $1 in a tip. His only tip has been Snow Carol. So the fact of the matter is, yesterday during his podcast, he got pretty much Gunner glasses immediately. He had his wee rant, he got $50 in tips, he had a good start. Today, there's been chill, no drama, and hee-haws happened. No new members, barely any tips, barely any super chats, barely anyone in his goddamn chat actually wanting to ask him questions. They're just saying, look, just start the goddamn game. We're fed up of you trying to fucking talk to us in stall time. Just start the goddamn game. That's literally what's happening in this chat, essentially.
Alright, enough of my nonsense. Cool.
And by the way, I'm skipping this outro. So fuck that shit.
Okay, enough of that. Switch over here. Get the webcam resized. Just around the river bend. Shit, that's gonna be stuck in my head all day now. God damn it. Hate when that happens, when a catchy song pops into your head at the most inopportune time, and it gets stuck in your head and you can't stop thinking about it all day. Shit! Oh my god, excuse me, that was really disgusting. Okay, let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. I'm not going to run ads or nothing. I'm just going to leave it like this. I'll be back in like a couple minutes. And we'll begin.
Okay. We are currently 4 minutes and something behind live.
So.
Oh, he's back. So he actually was about 4 minutes.
All right. Excuse me. So.
We're actually back.
Put Jasper in the chair. Jasper is not even around. I think he's downstairs with Cat. Last I saw them, they were together, enjoying breakfast, but that was before I started the podcast. So I don't know what they're up to.
The show ends, the game
ends. Oh, that's
ends.
right. Final Fantasy VII is super loud. Hold on. It's really loud.
The game ends when he hits record for YouTube here. So, why isn't Cat at work? That's a very good question, Slurms.
What a nice thing to say. Someone said, listen to this. They said, Phil, do you eat Taco Bell? Because it looks like there was a diarrhea stain in your chair. Wow.
Okay, that is scat talk. God damn. That is absolutely scat talk. That's another bingo. Stuart Robertson's asking, will you be open for me to send you some still game sound clips this week that relate to Phil's stupid chat? Absolutely, Stuart Robertson. Hell, I haven't got this one.
Fucking inflatable fucking crown!
I went got them because of Dashi. Dashi sent that over to me. He sent me the kind of whole clip of that on Discord. And I cut out the one that was like most perfect. I was like, he said it several times, apparently, Ashens, during the unboxing. I picked the best one, essentially, just for this. And yeah, I'm absolutely open. People suggested things before for a soundboard. And hell, tomorrow's Phil's day off anyway, so I would have time to add a couple of new things perhaps to the soundboard and tweak it up and all that stuff, because I've got 12 things altogether, so if you know how to reach out to me, I've got like the details of how to reach out to me are on my YouTube page. I've got my Discord ID on there as well, I'm pretty sure, if you want to reach out to me on Discord, and on Twitter as well. Just there's a variety of ways you can even email me. My email address as well is public, kindjadvcmp@gmail.com. But yeah, he might still say the things we need to say. It's unlikely though, but who knows? We'll see. We're 3 away from a full house, but as soon as it hits record, to record gameplay, that's the end of the game.
Did you think of that one when you were 6, maybe 7 years old? Wow. Hilarious. Anyway, alright, so here we are. And I'm going to start recording, but I will need everyone's help here. Here we go. Alright, everyone.
Okay, he's actually recording for YouTube now. That's the game over. Stuart says he has me on Twitter, so you'll be able to send me. You should be able to send me a DM. Stuart. Yeah, I get DMs from folk all the time, whether they're on my list or not, even, you know. So you should be able to send me a DM. I don't see why not. But yeah, sure. I mean, I don't mind any, you know, and you know, suggestions for things for the soundboard and all that. You know, it's going to be a wee bit of fun. Sadly, the bingo's over. Got 22 out of 25. He didn't say meaningful. Meaningful is one of those cursed words for us that he says only when it's not on a card. No worries, everybody. We're about to end anyway, essentially, because that's the show over. We're going to end the usual way we end things, you know. I'm not going to beat around too much. Sometimes this goes on for like over three odd hours. Tonight, streamlined, you know. It's like we weren't too far behind filling anyway. We didn't pause a huge amount. The game's over, and I don't mind just kind of shutting up shop and just saying, okay, we can just enjoy some Pixar animations, you know, notorious PIG contributions. And Noah Jet, weren't you a part of the Fred Fox crew at one point? I was never in the Sons of Kojima, Noah Jet. I did appear once or twice in some of the stuff they'd done. I believe they had some kind of call-in show at one point, and I was part of that, Noah Jet. But that was a one-off. I never was in the Sons of Kojima. But I was certainly a viewer of the Sons of Kojima. I think a lot of us were at the time, around that time. But yeah, I was never in the Sons of Kojima, and I'm kind of glad, because Fred Fox turned out to be a fucking maniac, man. I'm kind of glad I didn't fucking get to fucking have him pry my fucking affairs that way. Jesus Christ. But yeah. Anyway, how long have I been a DSP fan, Christians? I covered some of this on a That Being Said podcast. I was aware of DSP's existence since about 2015 or something. So I've been kind of following his antics since about 2015 or so. But anyway, enough about me. I'm going to end the stream there. I'm going to end it with some contributions, Notorious PIG by Pixar Animations. So, guys, thank you for joining us tonight. I do appreciate all the help with the bingo stuff. You know, thank you for subscribing, tips, super chats, all that. Prophet and Agent Proper, I'm sorry again for. I still cannot believe I'm mixed the two of them. I mean, I seen Agent Proper sent me a super chat, and I said it was Prophet that sent it. Because in my head I seen PRO, and I think, oh, it's Prophet. Just by default, I thought it was Prophet just because I seen like 3 letters, and my brain didn't connect the dots and spell the rest of the goddamn name, and I was very embarrassing for me. So apologies again to Agent Proper and Prophet for that stupid bit of reading from me. But yeah, what can I say? It's been a long day of work. But yeah, I'll see you guys Friday. I'm not doing a stream tomorrow, even though it's Phil's Day off, whatever. I don't think I'm even going to bother with a stream. So hopefully we can all enjoy a day off. And that being said, I don't have phone and things, so you can check them out if you want. I might appear in that. I don't know though. I don't even know if I've got anything to say. But all I know is that I'll be back on Friday for some more bingo, guys. Thank you very much again, and I'll catch you guys on Friday if you want some more bingo.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside and all of a sudden greenbacks start falling from the sky and you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, 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 yeah, yeah. Money, money, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. and it's gone, just gone like that in an instant, fucking gone.